Terrifier 2 trailer reaction. You're going to get it, and I'm going to give it to you. What's up, guys? A lot of you guys have been requesting me to do a reaction for this Terrifier 2, so I was just wondering, when is this movie finally going to come out? Because I did a reaction for it last year, I think, so I'm glad it's finally coming out. And before I get into this too, last night I streamed with Lindsay, Mother Mayhem, and we talked about the Dedicated to You podcast and the Patreon page. If you want to know all about that, definitely go check out the stream. But the Patreon page is live now, and if you join the Patreon, you get exclusive access to the audio and video of our podcast. We've done 3 episodes so far. That's not going to Spotify. That's not going to YouTube. That is exclusively for Patreon members. So if you want to hear those episodes, then you have to join the Patreon page, and I'll put a link for that down in the info box. It's not at the Drumdums Patreon page. This is exclusively for the podcast, all right? I'll put a card for the stream where we talked about it too. But yeah, if you want to get on there, it's live now, info box, go for it. And matter of fact, just to give a shout out, the very first Patreon member, I believe, Trial and Error on Twitter. Good sir, you are the first Patreon of the Dedicated You podcast. That's pretty awesome. But anyway, let's get into this Terrifier 2 trailer reaction. I'm curious, you're curious. Let's see what happens. Can I untangle these headphones? By the way, my headphones, I need to upgrade my headphones because I got one that has the little rubber deal to make your ear really comfortable, but that makes no sense. All right, anyway, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
So, did you figure out what you're dressing up as tomorrow?
He wants to dress up as a real guy who murdered 9 people last year.
Oh, you're not doing that.
It's just a costume. You think that guy's still out there?
What's up with you and this clown all of a sudden? You're like obsessed.
They never found his body. What if he decides to come back here?
I wouldn't worry about it.
Wait a minute, aren't you that guy from the costume shop?
Sir, what are you doing?
It wasn't me.
He was covered in blood on his shirt and his hands when he got here.
I'm telling you, it was him, Allie. Right down to the little black dot on the tip of his nose.
You're really weird, you know that?
I believe him.
About what? Something really bad's gonna happen tonight.
No, I know when Jonathan's lying, okay? I could hear it in his voice. Something's wrong.
Look, we're gonna have fun. Stress-free environment.
Yep.
Speaking of surprises, kids, we have a very special guest with us today. All the way from Miles County, please welcome Art the Clown.
Oh, that's evil. All right.
911? Do you have an emergency?
Definitely in. One thing I love about this trailer is that, you know, there's no bones about it. There's no mystery to this. This is just straight, fun, bloody, crazy horror, you know? Not for the squeamish. This is for the true dyed-in-the-wool horror fans. That is what Terrifier is all about. It's made by horror fans. Damien Leone, David Howard Thornton, they're both massive horror fans. You know, I met the guys at Spooky Empire a couple years ago, and they're the real deal. They just love the genre so much. And this is the type of stuff that's not for everybody. You know, even when I reviewed the first movie for the first time, I didn't really like it that much. And then the second time I came around to it, I really enjoyed it, actually. This looks like that, you know, maybe ratcheted up a little bit. There's some really striking images throughout this trailer, especially the one with the kid. It looks like all demon and evil and shit. Art, I mean, you look like you're gonna have a lot of fun with Art in this. David Howard Thornton just loves this role so much. So I'm so curious to see all the carnage that's going to be in this, because you know this is really only scratching the surface. Once the ball gets rolling in these movies, it never lets up. That's the way the first movie was. I'm sure this one's going to be that way too. But to me, it's just like popcorn horror. It just looks like a fun ass ride, you know, with definitely some shock value. I'm sure you're going to get some nice shock value in this movie, like you did in the last movie. You know, the last movie they had the split down the middle scene. I wonder if they're going to have, you know, another one of those type scenes that really just, you know, knocks your socks off. Possibly. I don't know. I'm sure they're definitely going to go for the jugular. But yeah, I'm definitely in. I'm definitely in. I think that comes out in October, so pretty soon. Dying to see it though. Yeah, Terrifier 2. Are you guys going to be there? Let me know down in the comments. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where I talk horror all day and every day, and on Fridays we do Food for Our Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on all my socials. Support me on Patreon and the Dedicated to You Patreon. I'm going to put that down there too. Check that out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Drumdum out.